since Pentecost the sum is due, and I have not much importuned you, nor I had not, but I am now bound to Persia, and want guilders for my voyage. Therefore, make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipholus. In an instant that I met with you, he handed me a chain. At 5 o'clock, I shall receive the money for the same. Please it, walk with me down to his house. I will discharge my bond and thank you too.
That labor may be saved. See where he comes.
Well, I go to the goldsmith's house. Go down by a rope's end. Then will I bestow upon my wife and her confederates for locking me out of doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith. Go get thee gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
I buy £1,000 a year. I buy a rope.
A man as well hope up that trust to you. I've promised your presence and a chain. But neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. But like you thought our love would last too long, we're chained together, and therefore came not.
Saving your merry humor, sir, here's the note. How much your chain weighs to the utmost care. The finest of gold in chargeable fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand debted to this gentleman. I pray you, sir, see him presently discharged, for he is bound to see and stays but for.
I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good senor, take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain, and bid my wife disperse the present sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may be returning without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir. Give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I to blame. I've held him here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the poverty. Come, where's the chain? I pray you let me see it.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me? The chain!
Why, give it to my wife and fetch your money.
Come, come, you know I gave it to you even now. Either consent to pay this sum for me or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had. Thou foolish fellow, arrest me if thou darest.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, whether you answer me or no, if not, I'll leave him to the officer.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it to you a half an hour since.
You gave me none, and wrong me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest on that my suit.
I do and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had. Why, thou foolish fellow, arrest me if thou darest.
Here is thy fate. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit.
I do obey thee till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master! There's a bark of epidemium that stays until the owner comes aboard. And then, sir, she bears away. Our product, sure. She stays for none at all, but for her master, owner, and yourself.
How now, a madman? Why, thou peevish slave, what ship of epidemium stays for me?
The ship you sent me, sir, to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and I told thee what purpose and what end.
You sent me for a rope, sir, as soon as you sent me to the bay. For a bark!
I will debate this matter at more leisure, and teach your ears to listen me with more heed. Adriana, villain, give her this key. Tell her, in the desk that's covered over the Turkish tapestry, is a purse. Let her send it. Tell her that I am attached in Ephesus, and that she'll give me bail. To Adriana, villain, hie thee straight. On, officer, 2 prisoners will come.
To Adriana, that is Rory dying. We're Dalsabel, claiming for a husband. She's too big, I hope, for me to compass. The third must, although against my will, her servants must her masters, minds fulfill.
Luciana, didst he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely his eyes? That he had plead in earnest, yea or no? Looked he red, or pale, or sad, or merrily? What observations didst thou make in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First, he denied you had him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then swore he that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though he had forsworn he were.
Then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, nor I will not, hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old, and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere, vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, phlegmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is well when it's gone.
Aye, but I think him better than I say, and yet would herein others' eyes were worse. Far from the nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Go! The desk! The desk! The purse, the ducats! Go!
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, man? Is he well?
No, sir. He's in limbo. Worse than hell. A devil hath him. A figure in all buff. One that before the judgment carries poor souls to hell.
Why, man, what's the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is arrested in the case.
What? Is he arrested? Tell me at his suit.
I do not know it, Musuit, but he is arrested well. Please send the mistress redemption, the money in his desk.
Go, fetch it, this sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
Not in a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain, a chain. Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell. It was 2 where I left it. Now, the clock strikes 1.
The hours come back, that did I never hear.
Ah, yes. If any hour meets the sergeant, he turns his back in very fear.
As if time were in debt, how fondly dost thou reason?
Time is a very bankrupt. It owes more than it's worth the season. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing by night and by day? If time be in debt, and theft, and a sergeant in the way, hath time not reason to turn back an hour a day?
Here's the money, Romeo. Bear it straight, and bring thy master home immediately. Come, sister. I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit my comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me, as if I were their well-acquainted friend. And everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy.
Master, here's the gold he sent me for. What? Have they got the picture of old Adam in apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean? Oh, thou rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bark expedition was put forth tonight, and that you were hindered by the sergeant and the whole hoid lay.
The fellow is distract, and so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power, deliver us from hence! Satan avoid. I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, she is worse. Come not near her.
Your man, you are marvelous merry. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Avoid this fiend. What tellest thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised. And I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Some devils ask for but the parings of one's nail, a rush, a drop of blood, a nut, a cherry stone. But she more covetous would have a chain. Master, be wise, and if you give it to her, the devil will shake her chain and frights with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me, so.
Avaunt thou witch. Come, Dromio, let us go.
Fly bride, says the peacock. Mistress, that you know.
Now, out of doubt, Antiphilus is mad, else he would never so demean himself. A ring he hath in mind, worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason I gather that he is mad, besides his present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner, of his own doors being shut against his entrance. He, like his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his wife? My way now is to hide rushed into my home and took perforce my ring away. This course I finished for 40 seconds. It's too much to lose.
Fear not, men. I will not break away. I'll give thee, ere I leave thee, so much money to warm thee as I mercy for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not lightly trust the messenger that I should be attached to Ephesus. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Here comes my man. I think he brings the money. How now have you that I sent you for?
Here's that, I warn you, we'll pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope!
I'll serve you, sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To a rope's end, sir, and to that end, and my returns.
And to that end, sir, I will welcome you.
I'm sorry. Okay, no. Good sir, be patient. Nay, just for me to be patient, I'm in adversity.
Good now, hold thy tongue.
Nay, but persuade him to hold his hand.
Thou whore, son, senseless villain!
I would if I were sensible, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible in nothing but blows, and so is an ass.
I'm an ass indeed. You may prove it by my long years. I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. Nay, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar won her brat. I think when you have laid me, I shall beg with you from door to door.
Come, go along. My wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, respect your end, or rather, beware the rope's end.
Wilt thou still talk?
How say you now? Not your husband mad?
His instability confirms no less. Good master doctor, you are a conjurer. Establish him and his true self again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Alas, how fiery and sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give your hand and let me feel your pulse.
Here's my hand, and let it feel your ear.
I charge thee, Satan, housed within this man, to yield possession of my holy prayers. Into thy state of darkness hie thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, peace. I'm not the man.
Oh, that thou wert not the poor distressed soul.
You minion, you! Is this your customer? Is this companion with his saffron face revel and feasted at my house? Well, upon me, the guilty doors were locked, and I denied entry to my own home.
O husband, God doth know you dine at home, where you would have remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame.
Dined at home? Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say you did not dine at home.
Were not the doors locked and I shut out?
Your doors were locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
And she herself reviled you there.
And did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, and scorn me?
She did. The kitchen vestal scorned you.
And did not I, enraged, depart from thence?
In verity, you did. My voice bears witness that I felt the vigor of his rage.
It's good to soothe him in these countries.
It is no shame. The fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him you as well as frenzy.
Thou hast suffered the goldsmith to arrest me.
I sent you money by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me? Heart and goodwill you might, but surely master not a rag of money.
Wentest thou not to her for a purse of ducats?
She came to me, and I delivered it.
And I'm a witness to her that she did.
God and the rope made to bear you witness. Thou was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, both man and masters possess. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Say, wherefore didst thou lock me forth today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And gentle master, I received no gold, but I confess that we were locked out.
Dissembling villain, thou speakest false in both.
Dissembling harlot! Thou art false in all, and art confederate with a damned pack to make loathsome abject scorn of me. But with these nails, I pluck out these false eyes of all of shameful sport.
Find him, let him not come near me.
Ah, the fiend is strong within him.
Why, me, poor man, how pale and wan he looks.
What, wilt thou murder me? Jailer, I'm your prisoner. Except for them to make a rescue.
He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him.
No, bind him, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt will be required of me.
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed to my house. O most unhappy day!
Oh, most unhappy strumpet!
Master, I'm here as an blood for you!
Come down. Sister, go you with me. Say, no, whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but I had it not.
When as your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring, the ring I saw upon his finger now. Straight after, did I meet him with a chain?
It may be so, but I did never see it. Come, bring me where the goldsmith is. I want to know the truth here at large. God, for thy mercy, they are loose again! And come with naked swords. Let's call more help to have them bound again!
Away, they'll kill us!
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She shall be your wife now, ran from you.
Come, Dromio. Go to the centaur. Fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we are safe and sound aboard.
Faith, stay here this night. It seems thou art gentle, and surely do us no harm. You seldom treat us fair. Give us gold. Methinks they're such kind people that if it were not for the mountain and mad flesh on thy plains to me, I could find it in my heart to stay here and turn witch.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard. I'm sorry, sir, that I've hindered you. I protest he had the chain of me, though most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is a man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly on him, as I think you ought.
'Tis so, and that self-chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near to me. I'll speak to him. Senor Antipholus, I wonder much that you put me to this shame and trouble, and not without any scandal to yourself. This shame, which now you wear so openly, besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you've done wrong to this, my honest friend. But for staying for our controversy, and hoisted sail on put to sea today, this chain you had of me, can you deny it? I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore to it too.
Who heard me to deny it and forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest, did hear thee. Spy on thee, wretch, 'tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest men resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare do defy thee as a villain.
Oh, hurt him not! For God's sake, he is mad! Some get within him, take his sword away, bind Dromio too, and bear them to my house.
Run, master, run, for God's sake, take a house. This is a priory. In, or we are spoiled.
Be quiet, people! Wherefore throng you hither? Fetch my poor, distracted husband hence. Let us come in that we may bind him fast, and bear him home for his recovery.
Oh, I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I am sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long hath this possession held the man? This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon, his passion never break into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost what wealth by wreck of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love, a sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes at liberty of gazing? Tell, which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except to be the last. Namely, some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
And why so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty will let me.
Haply in private.
And in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. In bed, he slept not for my urging it, At board, he fed not for my urging it. Alone, it was the subject of mine theme. In public, I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
Well, thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman. Poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. And thereof the raging fire of fever bred. And what's a fever but a fit of madness? Moody, dull, melancholy. The consequence is then that my jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough, rude, wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answers not?
She to betray me to my own reproof. Good people! Enter and lay hold on him. No! Not a creature enters in my house.
Let your servants bear his ward. Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him till I brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it.
I will attend my husband to be his nurse. So therefore let him be brought hence for help.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have to make of him a former man again. Therefore depart, and leave him here with me.
Let him be brought hence for help. And without foreseeing your holiness, to separate the husband and the wife.
Silence! And depart! Thou shalt not have him!
Complain to the Duke of his indignity. Come, go. I will fall prostrate at his feet, and near rise until my tears and my prayers have won his grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this, I think, the dial points at 5. And none, I'm sure. The Duke himself in person comes this way. Upon what cause? To see a Reverend Syracusian merchant, who put, unluckily into this bay, against the laws and stats of his town. He headed publicly for his defense.
He rarely comes. We will behold his death.
Kneel unto the Duke before he pass the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done me wrong.
May it please your grace, and Tiflis, my husband, a most outrageous bit of madness, that desperately he hurried through the streets, with him his bondman, all as mad as he. Once did I get him bound and sent home, anon, I wot not by what strong escape, he did break from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, then had us madly chased us here, and into this abbey they did flee. And here the abbess will not suffer us to fetch him out. Therefore, most gracious Duke, let him be brought hence for help.
Long since thy husband served thee in my wars, and I too thee engaged a prince's word, when thou didst make him master of thy bed, to do him all the grace and good I could. Go, and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Mistress, shift and save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose, beaten the maids around, and bound the doctor, whose beard they've singed off with brands of fire. And ever as it blazed, they threw on him great pails of puddled mire to quench the hair. My master preaches patience with them, and all the while, his men with scissors nixed him like a fool. And sure, unless you send some peasant help, between them, they will kill the conjurer.
Peace, thy fool. Thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Mistress, upon my life, I tell you truth. I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you and vows, if he can take you, to scorch your face and to disfigure you. I hear her, mistress! Fly, be gone!
Go, stand by me. Fear nothing. Guard with the halberds.
I mean, witness you that my husband is born about invisible. Even now, we house him in the abbey here. And there he is, hath one human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duke, grant me justice. Even for the service that long I did thee, when I was stricken the wars with deep scars to save thy life. Even for the blood that then I lost for thee, oh grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She, whom thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonored me, even in the height of my injuries. Beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day hath thrown upon me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. He, my sister, and myself today did dine at home. As on his falls, he burdens us withal.
Ne'er may I look on day nor speak on night, but she tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman! They are both forsworn. In this, the madman justly chargeth them.
My liege, I am advised what I say. Neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor petty rash with raging ire. Though my wrongs might make one wiser mad, she this day locked me forth from dinner. That goldsmith, were he not packed with her, could bear witness, for he was with me then, who parted with me to fetch a chain, promising to bring it unto the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the mar I met him, and in his company that gentleman. Thereupon did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received a chain, which God he knows I saw not, and for the which he arrested me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He would none return. Then fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, he met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a living, dead man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on him as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, and with no face as for facing me, cries out I was possessed. And then, all at once, they fell upon me, bound me, and bore me thence. And in a dark and dankish vault at home, there left me and my man, both bound together, till gnawing with my teeth, my bonds asunder, I gained my freedom. And immediately I ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, thus far I witnessed with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
Why? What a clever impeach is this? Think you all drank of Circe's cup. Besides, if here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith here denies that saying. Sir, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, and from my finger took that ring.
'Tis true, my liege, I had this ring of her.
Sawest thou enter at the abbey here?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why? This is strange. Call the abbess hither. I think you all are mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, thou say'st me speaking word. I see a friend that may pay the sum that may deliver me and save my life.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Sir, is not your name called Antipholus, and is that not your bondman, Dromio?
Within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, not into my cords. Now am I Dromio, and his man unbound.
I am sure you both of you remember me.
Or so's we do remember, sir, by you. For lady we were bound as you are now. You are not patient, are you, sir?
Why, look you strange on me. You know me well.
I have never seen you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I am sure thou dost.
Aye, but I'm sure I do not. And whatsoever a man denies, we're not bound to believe him.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity. I'm sure thou art my son, Antipholus.
I have never seen my father in my life.
But in 7 years since, boy, in Syracusia, thou knowest we parted. But perhaps my son is shameless to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all who know me in the town could bear witness that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I patroned to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusia. I see thy age and dangers have made thee Duke.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man much wrong. I see two husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other, and so, of these, which is the natural man, and which the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, sir, am Dromio. Pray let me stay.
Aegean, art thou not, or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, what bound him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds. and gain a husband by his living. Speak, Ultigi, if thou beest the man that hast a wife once called Amelia, and bare thee at a burden 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegean, speak, and speak unto the same.
Why, here begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipholus, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance. Besides her urging of her wreck at sea, these are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together.
If thou beest the same Amelia, tell me what has happened to thee and thy son that fated thee on that fatal raft.
My men of Epidamium, he and I, and the twin Dromio all were taken up. But by rude fishermen of Corinth, by force took Dromio and my son from me. Me they left with those of Epidamium. What then became of them I cannot tell. I to this fortune that you see me in.
Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay, stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, most mighty Duke,
And I with him.
brought by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet did she call me so. And this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this not be a dream I see and hear.
That is the chain which you had of me?
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
For this chain you arrested me.
Oh, I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I sent you money by Dromio here to be your bail, but I think you brought it not.
No, none by me.
Oh, this purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio my man did bring them to me. I see we did meet each other's man, and I was taken for him and he for me. And thereupon these errors are arose.
These ducats pawn I from my father here.
It shall not need. My father hath his life.
Sir, I must have my ring from you.
Here, take it. And much thanks for my good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here, and here at large discourse all our fortunes, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong. 33 years have I begone in travail of you, my sons, and until this hour, my heavy burden never delivered. The Duke, my husband, and my children both, go to a gossip's feast, and go with me, after so long grief, such nativity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Thou drunkard, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
The stuff you sent me to embark, sir, from the Centaur.
Oh, he speaks to me. I'm your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll into that anon. Embrace thy brother there. Rejoice with him.
There's a fat friend that keeps me used today at the Centaur. She will now be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you, I am a sweet-faced you. We walk in to see the gossiping?
No, sir. You are my elder.
That's the question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senor. Until then, lead thou first.
Nay then, thus, we came into the world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.